Alright, hello everybody. Today's videos, it might be a little bit shorter. There's a lot going on in the day right now, and I have a lot to do at home. So I'm not at my usual at-home setup. So we're just gonna see how this rolls. Alright, today's video is going to be about this horror film called Ice Cream Man. And there are two different movies. There's one called The Ice Cream Man and then Ice Cream Man. We're talking about Ice Cream Man. This one released in 1995. The other one I'm talking about released last year. So a lot of people can get the two differences wrong. But I do have a vivid memory of this movie, Ice Cream Man. I think I watched like Dead Meat's video on it really long time ago, and that was a time where I didn't really watch movies that much. I kind of just watched YouTube videos about movies. A lot of the reason for that is because I just didn't have access to movies, and I don't think I could process hour-long videos yet. I don't know. It was kind of weird, but this film did not have a theatrical release, so this was not released in theaters. You couldn't go out and see this. It just went straight to home video, DVD, and that's how you would find it. So you could probably find it at your local video store during this time. And the actual DVD of it was released in 2004, so not too long after. And this movie, I'm actually kind of surprised because it's not very liked, at least as far as I've seen. A lot of people just think it's like super stupid and dumb, and there is some stuff in the movie that you can argue is like, wow, this is just like not even fun. But to me, honestly, this movie is very fun. I kind of like the idea of an ice cream man being like a horror figure. Oh yeah, you guys will need some context for that. So in the plot, it centers around this man called Gregory Tudor. That's his name, and the beginning of this movie is like one of the funniest, stupid scenes ever, because there's no context given to this scene. Like, it begins with like a black and white flashback type scene, and the video or the movie starts off with that, and the text says Ice Cream Man, and it shows to this ice cream truck that's about to sell ice creams to this kid across the street, parked at his house. And as soon as the ice cream man, this is a different ice cream man, by the way, as soon as he comes outside of his ice cream truck, this car of like mobsters or gangsters, they drive by and they just shoot him. Like, they just like unleash full ammo on this guy, and then they just drive off. So that's the only guy they kill. They only kill him, and from that, there's no explanation why. They don't tell you why they killed this guy and why it was only him. So I think there was some complaints of that, being like, why did that even happen? I'm sure there was a better way to do that, but it's whatever. I think it's funny. I think it's a funny gag because of just how dumb it is. But the ice cream man, he was holding two ice creams. He was holding one of those push pop ice creams. I used to really like those. And he's just like on the ground, on the road, bleeding out. And then a kid comes out and he sits next to his dead body. And he just takes the push pop ice cream from his hand and starts to eat it, like straight faced, looking into the distance, like he's not even fazed that he just saw the ice cream man get shot to death. And his mother comes rushing out outside, and he's like, oh Gregory, what happened? Are you okay? And the only thing he says, let me see if I can remember this correctly. He says, who's gonna bring the ice cream now, mommy? Something like that. And it's very weird. He's not affected by this at all. And the other townspeople, they start coming in as well. And none of them are screaming. Like, nobody is, like, really that shocked by it. They're kind of just like, oh my goodness, look at what happened. And it's a weird way. It's a weird way to start a movie, but I like it. And time skip forward, the ice cream man, or Gregory was the kid who was sitting by the dead body, by the way. So we time skip to him, and he's all grown up now. He's played by Clint Howard, and he's super entertaining in this movie. Every scene with him is just so great. He really knows how to play an insane person. Like, he's so good at it. So we time skip to him, and there's also this main group of kids in this movie. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time to be able to get to that, but one of the main kids, he hears the ice cream truck jingle, and he runs outside with taking his mom's money from her purse, and he rushes up to the ice cream truck, and the inside is very sketchy because you get kind of from his point of view, Gregory's point of view, and he's just like kind of staring down at the kid in the darkness. And he soon comes into vision, and the kid's like, "Are you okay, sir?" Because, something's clearly not right. And he asks for an ice cream, and I think this is, like the scene that happens, but we get to see what's inside his truck, actually. And it's just full of, like, disgusting stuff. Like, there's like a bunch of tubs of ice cream, and one of the tubs, I think, is just straight up like organs, like body parts inside of it. Another tub is filled with like cockroaches, and one of them is still alive, and it's like moving around in there, and it's so gross. And another one, I think, it just has blood all over it. Really, really fun way. Like, it's really fun. And we get a lot of these like dream sequences throughout the film. I think these are my favorite scenes. It's of like Gregory's past as a child, and we learned that when he was younger, he was put in this mental institution, psychiatry type thing to like help out these unwell people. And it's like when we see the scenes, it's in like a very, very bright room. The first scene it happens is we see a clown. He's holding a giant like plastic ice cream, and then a nurse comes in, and she's holding like a bowl of ice cream, and she goes to serve him the ice cream, and we go, my bad, someone just knocked on the door. Anyway, where was I? The nurse is played by what's her name? Olivia Hussey? I think that's how you say it. She plays the nurse, and she was also, Juliet, Romeo and Juliet, if you guys remember that. And she just has this big bowl of vanilla ice cream, and they all surround Gregory. We're in his point of view, and she's just like, "Eat up, Gregory," and the clown is like in his face, and he's just like, so they're just surrounding him, and it's a very creepy point of view. They have a very sadistic way of helping their patients, and I also think that part is really fun. And let's see here. Another one of those sequences is this guy. Maybe he's like the boss. I don't think we really get a name, but he's holding this humongous syringe that's full of like this green substance, and he's telling Gregory, who's laying on this table, he's like, "Remember, there are no bad days here, Gregory. Only happy days." And it's very creepy, and the next scene, we see him, this like the dude, he injects the huge syringe into Gregory's head and just pushes in this green substance while Gregory is screaming. And they never explain what that green stuff is. It's kind of just left as a mystery. Which I think I prefer, honestly, like this having a mental institution not really telling anybody what they're actually doing to their patients. I think it's a very fun and scary way to kind of create terror, I guess. And later on, when the police are like trying to stop Gregory, I'm fast forwarding a lot through this. Trust me, I